Hey everybody, good Saturday morning, top of the morning to you. Eddie Williams Sellers coming to you this morning, sitting out here on my little back patio here in East Point, Georgia. Morning sun's out. It is 8:38 right now as I'm about to read this. Let's have a good day today. Wake up, get up, go do something, move, get a move on. But anyhow, the last couple of days with the assassination of Charlie Kirk, the whole country just seems to be in a wacko weird place right now. So the Morning Post is along those lines. The wacky weird world of living in America. America is simply wacko right now. The last couple of days has shown just how wacko times really are. Just how wacko the president is. Just how wacko the MAGA movement is. It is just weird and wacko to wake up and pinch yourself and think, so this is America now? It still feels a little unreal for me. I wonder what the world will be like 50 years from now, in the year 2075. I know what life was like 50 years ago, in 1975. Maybe we all live too much in the moment, too much in the now. Maybe it is good to escape to the future or revisit the past, because sitting in this present moment is just wacko. In 1975, President Gerald Ford survived 2 assassination attempts. The Vietnam War was winding down. Saturday Night Live premiered. The 70s were the absolute best decade for music. And I was 20 years old then. I had to get my hair cut above my ears to get a job. I had long hair in all my pictures up until then. I thought that was wacko. But I went to work for a Southern Baptist. Well, any business back then, the banks or whatever. Excuse me. Allergies here in the South. Excuse me, but back then they had dress styles, and men couldn't have long hair and represent the company. So I had to get my hair cut above my ears to get a job. I thought that was pretty wacko, but not as wacko as all of this MAGA craziness. Y'all, MAGA is crazy. Y'all know that. You listen to this, you're like, Eddie, I'm MAGA, and I'm not crazy. Most crazy people don't know they're crazy. Hadn't you figured that out? Yeah. 50 years from now, just about everybody who voted for Trump will be dead. Maybe hope has to be put on hold until this generation dies out. Well, that alone could make the world a better place. Because whoever the next generation is couldn't be any worse than all of this wackiness. The old preachers under the gospel tents across the South back in the 70s had a somewhat confusing message. On one night they would preach about a great revival that is going to sweep the nation, turning men's hearts back to God. But on the next night, they would preach about a great falling away time where people would turn away from God and become cold-hearted. And then they would preach that God will not always strive with men. And just as God closed the door on the ark with Noah, that God would soon close this door on mankind and destroy them all. Of course, it was great for manipulators to manipulate. The message seemed real under those hot summer tents. It wasn't. America is going through a weird wacko stage right now. We don't know what America will be like 10 or 20 years from now. We are going through a metamorphosis. I don't think no one knows where this is heading. Conspiracy theories abound. The assassination of Kirk shows just how wacko and weird the Trump people really are. They glean for any reason to turn on their fellow citizen and neighbor, to release their thirst of hate and vengeance. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it, y'all? Maybe the preachers of the 70s should have warned us about them. Good Saturday morning, sweet people. We are living in the wacko weird times of America. Will America continue to fall off a cliff? Have we already fallen? It is the weekend. We are alive. The world is wacko. Let me rephrase that. America is wacko. No, that's not really true either. Let me rephrase that. MAGA is wacko. And because of that, we all have to now live in a wacko country, in a wacko world. Note to MAGA and President Trump, if you really don't like being called a fascist, the best way not to be called a fascist is to stop acting fascist. Love y'all.